Hello friends, now we'll discuss the working of the photoresistor. Okay, now you just see this diagram. Now you see here, this is the object, free electrons, atoms inside the object. So when the light falls, light is in the form of photons. Okay, so when the light falls on the photoresistor, some of the valence electrons absorb energy from the photon, breaks the bonding with the atoms, and when they break the bonds between the atoms, okay, current flows. So these are known as valence electrons and it causes the current. Application: these are used in street light to control when the light should turn on and turn off. Now simple, when the surrounding light falls on the photoresistor, it causes the street light to turn off. That means no requirement of light when the surrounding light is there. When the surrounding light is not there, that means it turns on. It reduces the wastage of electricity. They are also used in alarm devices, solar street lamps, night lamps, etc. Then proximity sensors. It is the sensor which is able to detect the presence of nearby objects without any physical contact. Proximity sensors are infrared wavelength of the spectrum. Now see here, working. Now this is the IR infrared LED. This is infrared light sensor. This is the object. Okay. Now you just see from the diagram, an infrared light emitting diode is chosen to send an infrared signal. Okay. The object in front of IR LED receives the signal and it is reflected back to proximity sensor. When the object is closer, more signal is received. That means this is used to find the distance between the sensor, LED and the object. After calibrating, minimizing the losses, the proximity sensors understand correctly the distance of the object. This is the simple working. So there are many design considerations when using proximity sensors. The choice of infrared LED used, the composition of the object to be sensed. Sensor must be calibrated with one of the standard reflective surfaces like 18% reflective gray paper. Okay, it receives the light, reflects equal amount of light to the sensor. This is one type of the material which is used for the reflection. Applications: packing sensor, system mounted by car bumpers that sense distance to nearby cars for parking. Ground proximity warning system used for flying aircrafts safely. Okay. Vibration measurements of rotating shafts in the machinery, camshaft sensors in the reciprocating engines, sheet brake sensor in paper machine, conveyor systems, touch sensors that come in close proximity to the face. We can lock or unlock our mobile, okay, with our face. Without any physical contact, okay, we can operate that. Proximity sensors are used in various fields of manufacturing to detect the approach of metal and non-metal objects. Different types of proximity sensors: inductive proximity switches, capacitive proximity switches, photoelectrical proximity switches, ultrasonic proximity sensors, okay, inductive proximity switches. It produces high alternating field at sensing phase. It is used to detect the presence of metallic objects surrounding it. See, basically this inductive proximity switches, these are used to detect the metallic objects surrounding the sensor. It is done by using electromagnetic field, means it is working on the principle of electromagnetic field. The object sensed by it is termed as the target. So object is nothing but the target. Working principle: it is used to detect the metal objects. Okay. The proximity sensor circuit diagram is shown in the figure. Okay. Now see, this is the circuit diagram. You see here, this is the object, that means target. Okay, now see here, this is the voltage ring, this is the trigger, this is the output switch. Okay, now you see here, when we move this sensor towards the object, at that time what will happen, the electromagnetic lines, they break. When the distance between the target and the sensor is less, that means when we move this towards the target, at that time these electromagnetic lines are broken, and at that time the graph is a straight line. So when we see the graph as a straight line, that means the object is closer, okay, to the sensor. When we move away from this target, then at that time what will happen, the electromagnetic lines are not broken, that means we find the graph like this. So when we find the graph like this, means target is absent, means the target is far from the sensor, you see here. Now what are the applications of proximity switches? Detecting incorrect shape of the target, position sensor, speed sensing of the machines, tablet counting, positioning of the bottles in the bottle manufacturing industries, valve position control, drill brake sensor, part counter, okay, and sorting of, separating of ferrous and non-ferrous metal, okay, can tops. So these are few applications. Now capacitive proximity switches, same. Now you see here, same. This is the target. Again it works on the electromagnetic field. Okay, so this is the sensor, this is the sensor, this is the target. So when the current passes through it, it produces electromagnetic lines, you see. See, it is used basically to detect metallic as well as non-metallic objects. Okay, so I told you inductive proximity switches are used only to detect the metallic objects, whereas these capacitive proximity switches are used to detect metallic as well as non-metallic objects like paper, wood, plastic, glass, powder, liquid, etc. without any physical contact. Now what is the difference between the inductive proximity switch and capacitive proximity switch? You see here, when we move the sensor towards the target, when that means when the distance between the target is nothing but the object and the sensor is less, at that time we find the graph like this. Okay, so when we move this sensor away from the target, then we find the graph as a straight line. You see here, it is a straight line. When we find the straight line, means what? The target is absent. And when we find the graph like this, it means the target or object is closer to the sensor. Okay, this is the simple working of, okay, capacitive proximity switch. Applications: detecting flow of the material, belt breaking detection, detecting emissions, sensing level of materials from outside of the plastic tank. Now this is the photoelectric proximity switch. It is a device used to detect the distance, absence or presence of an object by using a light transducer. See, same principle. These photoelectric proximity switches are basically used to detect the absence or presence of the object. Okay. Now you see here, this is the light emitting diode. So this is the photodiode. Okay, this is the transmitting lens. So this is the light emitting diode, this is the photodiode. So how it works? When the light emitting diode, okay, sends the signal in the form of rays, these are concentrated here, these are concentrated, and it falls on the surface of the object. Again these are separated from each other and these are received by the receiving lens. Okay, so when transmission and sending the signal and receiving the signal, okay, so by using by considering the time between sending the signal and receiving signal, we can find the distance between the sensor and the object. Simple. Okay, applications. Piled up ice cream cups, it detects piled up ice cream cups. Okay, piled up means large quantity. Beam laser sensors detect whether transparent bottle is filled with clear liquid or not. Okay, it detects seal on installation bags, it detects the car, it detects the loose screw, etc. Then ultrasonic proximity sensor, this is the construction. This is the outer portion, means housing. This is the metal casing. These are the leads, two leads. This is known as acoustic absorber, this portion. This is the cable. This is the transducer, and this portion, shaded portion, is known as resin. Okay. Now same. Now see, it sends the signal. You see here, sound wave. It works like a sound wave. So this wave travels towards the object, falls, and again it gets reflected. So you see here, this portion, sending signal, and these are the waves you see here, these are the receiving signal. Okay. Applications: people detection, height and weight measurement, level control, loop control, glass detection, then checking diameter, etc. Then Hall effect sensors. These are the devices which are activated by an external magnetic field. Okay, a magnetic field has two important characteristics: flux density, that is B, and polarity, that is north and south poles. You all are familiar with this. When a magnetic flux density around the sensor exceeds a certain preset threshold value, the sensor detects it. Simple. And it generates an output voltage called the Hall voltage. Now it consists of a piece of rectangular P type of semiconducting material. You see here, this is the magnet, N pole, S pole. So these are the magnetic lines of force. Okay. Now you see, this is the rectangular plate. It is connected, one terminal is connected to the positive side, and one end is connected to the negative side. Okay. Again you see here, again it is connected to the DC supply, positive pole, and this is the negative pole. Okay. So when how it works, you see here, when the magnetic, you see, it consists of a piece of rectangular P type of semiconducting material, that is gallium arsenide, through which the current is continuously placed. When the device is placed within the magnetic field, what happens? The magnetic flux lines exert a force on the semiconductor slab. Okay. So it detects the charge carrier, that is electrons and holes, on either side of the semiconductor shown in the figure. You see here, when this magnet is come in contact with this plate, what will happen? Because of this magnetic lines of the force, okay, the ions, charged particles, holes, that is positively charged particles, and electrons, these are negatively charged particles, they get separated and they start flowing. Okay. And because of that, what will happen? They produce a potential difference between the two sides of the semiconductor. Okay. The external magnetic field is perpendicular to the movement of these electrons, and a voltage is generated, and this effect is known as Hall effect voltage. Hall effect sensors are available with either linear or digital outputs. For analog sensors, the output voltage is directly proportional to the magnetic. You see here, this is the simple equation. VH means Hall voltage. It is directly proportional to the current I and magnetic field, that is B, and it is inversely proportional to the T means thickness of the sensor in mm. So VH is equal to RH. RH means it is constant of proportionality, I into B into T. Applications, these are used as magnetometer to measure the magnetic field. These are used as current sensors. These are used in brushless electric motors. These are used as fuel level indicator in automotives. These are used in spacecraft propulsion. Okay, thank you friends. So with this video we have completed module number 1.